Alright, and we got set number 2. So the first set I played through with just my wolf against his trainer. Second set we did Mythra Pyra versus trainer. Yeah, how do you feel about the matchup, by the way?
For Mythra Pyra trainer?
Yeah.
It's alright. I think for all the Pokemon, you gotta kind of I feel like there's like a little bubble around Mythra. As long as you kind of stay
Bubble theory, if you will.
No. if you just kind of stay out of her bubble and wait for her to kind of whiff, then you can get a pretty good punish on them. Or like Ivysaur, I like to just do stuff in place.
You know what's funny? That sounds like how I treat Squirtle. I feel like the roles have reversed in this, whereas if I'm playing Wolf against Trainer, I'm kind of thinking, what's his burst range? How's he going to approach? And how should I best whiff punish his approach? Because he has more speed and better frame data than me. And then, now with Mythra Pyra, I think it's uncharacteristically somebody who outspeeds and out frame data is even Squirtle.
Yeah. I also think the two things that I think I took away from this set that I already know I'm gonna see a lot is the punishes on Mythra, where I feel like would normally work on a lot of other characters, but since her frame data is so quick, she can get a jab or like an
She's
air
very
dodge.
Fox-like.
Yeah, she can get like a jab or like a air dodge a lot quicker than other people can. So I'll miss a punish and then even get punished forward going for it. And then for Pyra, I feel like I need to just figure out more solid combo game on her because her weight's pretty tricky to combo.
Yeah.
At least for my character, it's a little tricky to combo.
I think I'll probably mention it during the set, but there's a lot of tricky little things you can do with slow characters to kind of mix up timings and stuff. And it's funny, I'll talk about it during the set. I'm sure it'll come up. Alright, let's just jump into it. Let's see. And yes, Mythra Pyra versus Trainer.
3, 2, 1, go!
Already, I'm remembering something I was thinking during the set. Is that this character specifically, I do not want to get edge guarded. So like going into the set, I'm thinking don't approach him at the ledge. So like you can already see me here. Like if he kind of retreats to the ledge, I kind of just do my thing in center stage, kind of hover around that center platform, and we take those.
I think something that I used to think about a lot, but already looking at how I'm playing right now, I feel like I forgot, is I used to prioritize stage control a lot. And like off the first 30 seconds, I feel like we were both just whiffing our openings, but we're both just giving up stage control for free.
Both of us?
Both of us, yeah.
Really? I felt like I was kind of in the middle of the stage the whole first stock.
No, you were like at the edge and I was in the middle. And then I would go for something and push myself to the edge. You'd be in the middle, and then you'd like retreat all the way to the other ledge, and I'd be in the middle and do the same thing. But I feel like that's gonna be also a key part about this set as well. Like even that, I kind of like I'm like I keep trying to go to you where I should just like edge you out from center stage and keep you at the ledge.
Yeah.
Just keep stage control because I think that's super important in this matchup.
Yeah, I think, like you were saying, I remember there was a long time where you were talking about stage control and how important it is. And it is important. I'm not saying that like it's not important. But, for Mythra and Pyra, it's almost like I have stage control just built into the way I play because... Not because for stage control reasons, because I don't want to get edge guarded. Like, I don't want to get back thrown at ledge, basically. Is, like, my biggest fear as this character. And then, like... He gets a read, and then Ivysaur nairs me, and I'm just dead at like 40. And dang, that's not gonna take the first stock. I think so. A little bit of drift. Having Ivysaur above you is pretty cool, which is why I threw you up there. I think now that I'm Pyra, I might get a little fishy. Just look for some dares, probably. It's really what I want. I
That's
should
supposed to be a
grab.
pivot grab. That would have worked, but I
Usually you're really good at those,
accidentally.
but I guess
just
sometimes
did a
they miss.
Run forward grab.
I know Cosmos does like dare into up B, and I really got to learn how that works a little bit better because I'm never confident in throwing it out. But definitely at like times where you get popped up a little too high, you can go for an up B and it'll just destroy them. Also, you did SD this game, and if memory serves, I think you bring it back pretty well, which is why we take those. Like I said, for the sets for me and Joyen, they can be very volatile, and like even a fairly decent lead is really susceptible to comebacks a lot of the time. So yeah,
I think
this is
something that was
a
super-
2-stock, but like you lost a stock basically, you
I
know.
think something that was super key in that whole last interaction was I think stage control is really important in this matchup. I think I was very since I SD'd so early, I kind of was in the mindset of, oh, I'm down, I need to come back.
Right.
And so because of that, I feel like my options or the things I was doing were super aggressive. It's like that whole off stage thing, you just kept like shielding or dash backing, and I kept coming down with like an aerial or doing something aggressive. It was more so trying to hit you, not trying to get stage control, which is why I got edge guard and stayed off stage for that whole like last stock right there.
Another quick thing before this game starts. I think your first stock was SD'd. I think the second two I took with F tilts on your neutral getup, which is kind of funny because that was really the lack of neutral getup punishes was what was killing me in the first set, like mentally, and I think hitting like taking 2 stocks like that in the second set was really good like motivation to start off the set.
Yeah.
What happened? How did you get so much percent already? While I was talking about that.
Basically what I was saying. I kind of gave up stage control,
Yeah.
and then you just her disjoints are so big, you just kind of edge people out.
Okay, so that's one of the situations I was gonna talk about. The slow character floaty mix-up on like no fast fall is really great sometimes. And it's funny because I remember talking to Blake about it, and he's like, "Yeah, I do that all the time." And I guess for me, it's just like, oh, I never really think to not fast fall just because I play like Wolf, Fox, just characters that always want to get back in it, and like are fast and generally able to do that. So you'll see me a lot of times with Pyra not fast fall, and like if I can bait you into coming up to like get me, like a Nair trade will sometimes kill even, which is pretty good for me. Let's see how I handle the ledge right here. Up tilt on neutral get up, pretty safe I think, especially with Mythra. I think just slapped you in percent, so that's a pretty good space to be at as this character. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for ledge, it'd be a little beneficial to probably do like either drop down aerial back on stage or drop
hit me?
down, or drop down neutral air,
Right.
or not neutral air dodge. I think rolling is honestly too slow. I think Mythra can easily react to, Mythra can easily react to it.
Right. The other thing too
Jumping's
about
also,
rolling is
jumping's
that
also not nice because you don't want to. She has good aerials.
yeah, the other thing too about rolling that I will say is that if I switch to Pyra, a lot of times I'm specifically looking for roll-in so I could get a dare into up smash or a dare into up air. So, like, let me see. I might actually, yeah, that was kind of like looking at an immediate roll. I don't even think the timing was very good for that, but that was like in my head. I'm like, oh, he hit the ledge. Let me just fade back dare. If he rolls into it, that'd be great. Okay, this is the part that stuck out in my head the most. It's like, I really do not want to get back thrown. So I kind of just waited that whole little thing out.
I think all of that is just like mistimings on my part.
Yeah, there's definitely like,
Like the up smash, if I charged it, I could have read the spot dodge. I think that was more just unfortunate that it did her slow down thing. And then the F tilt I could have jab locked, but I thought I would have had enough time to just hit it.
yeah. Like, timing is everything in these kind of games, and I think there's definitely moments where, like, you have the right option picked. In general, people have the right option picked, but at the wrong time. It's like, man, if I would have just waited just one more little beat, that attack would have hit or that grab wouldn't have whiffed and stuff like that. And it can be hard to kind of like remember to change up your
right there,
your timings.
right there before it goes away was a perfect example why the neutral drop down neutral add-on is so good, because I got back on stage for free, and Pyra did a move that might have covered my neutral getup, and I was even able to get a combo off of that.
Up tilt's doing really good in this set. Like up tilt into whatever you want really with Mythra is just so nice. And this is a very scary position to be in.
Which is why it's good to get stage control. I feel like
Yeah, I try not to put myself into really close to ledge kind of situations.
The spacing that should have hit.
There's the read that didn't happen in the first set. But yeah, I think I'll just start rolling away and falling through, seeing if that gets me punished less. I'm sure other people do that too, not just Ivysaur. Characters with great up airs probably do double jump up air to try to catch people running away.
I think my mindset right here is I'm kind of by the ledge because I feel like I need some coverage, but I probably should get center stage because
that's exactly what I was thinking, bro. It's like
that was I was running in, so I had bad DI. But
Yeah.
I feel like I needed to just the whole set control center stage a little better. It's kind of hard because I feel like Mythra's really fast.
Yeah.
But I think it's being center stage. It gives you more evasive options like dash back and stuff like that. Which I think I probably would have done a little better last stock if I didn't just stay under the ledge too much. I think it helped for some parts because it's like there were parts where you just stayed on the other side of the stage, so I should have just taken stage control there.
Right. I mean, yeah. I think generally in this set I was trying to stay close to center a lot, and there are times when like you wanted to back up and get space, and that just put you at the ledge.
Drop combo there.
Sad.
Ooh, the neutral
Not sad
dodge,
actually.
good.
I'm very happy about it. Still got 44.
That's also what I need to work on, when I should do fair out of shield. Sometimes it hits and sometimes it doesn't.
On who?
Just in general.
Oh, I see.
Like right there, it hit Pyra. Like that back right there didn't hit Mythra.
That was interesting though, because it looked like it should have, but I guess the up tilt animation kind of just pushed her down a little bit.
Maybe, yeah.
So
It's
this game,
not as good as Pikachu's because Pikachu pancakes.
yeah.
So he gets closer to the floor.
Dang it, the boys, get out of our set.
Right there, gave up stage control.
I mean, I think the stage control thing is going a little crazy right now. I don't know that it's like there are going to be moments where you're going to have to make commitments and put yourself into a situation where, all right, if I'm punishing this, I'm going into the corner. But
Well, I mean, yeah, but you don't need to though. Like for example, if I just did like a
I think
like a backer in place that would have hit rather than doing a full hop fair that really wouldn't have capitalized much.
well, that's what I'm saying. I think you need to sometimes. And it sounds like every time you do commit to something, you're just like, yeah, I shouldn't have committed.
I shouldn't have, at least in that case, because then I took percent.
Yes. I don't know. It's hard to say sometimes because I think, like, you got to commit to some stuff to like get what you want in a way.
Yeah, I just disagree because I lost the set, which
Yeah.
is why I think I lost the set. I think there were times where I was just too committal on things and I kind of just kept running in and not
Right.
controlling things a bit more.
Maybe it's committing to the wrong things, I guess, that leads to those kind of situations,
Yeah.
as opposed to just the commitment in general. I mean, but for all intents and purposes, it's super even right now, and you have the lead. Dash attack out of the corner. Usually that doesn't get punished. That's kind of a short window to punish, so I'm kind of surprised I got a grab off that. What do you think about Pyra Squirtle? Because I actually kind of like it.
I think I just need to wait for my opportunity better. Like, I think if you let Pyra swing enough, eventually she'll do something that's too slow.
Right. That could be
Also,
scary though.
also you
'Cause-
can't jump or shield too much.
Yeah. That could be scary though because she can swing a lot and like yeah she'll do something slow, but you also risk getting hit by one of her crazy large hitboxes.
I think it's nice to. I don't think I'm doing it much, but to stay at her like mid range, because usually she's too slow with some of her arrows, especially against Squirtle, because Squirtle's so fast. But like if she does a bad option, you could pretty much read her evasive thing. Like you like to do like something into roll, so if you look for that roll, it's a lot. You can pretty
Yeah.
much get it a lot of the time.
Hopefully I'm not doing it as much anymore because I've been thinking about that this week. That's literally how one of my sets ended at the Tuesday tournaments, where I landed on somebody's shield with fair, and I rolled in, and after he shielded the fair, he just dashed back F smashed me. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's something we talked about.
I think there I should probably just roll.
Yeah.
I don't think if Mythra's just kind of spamming that, she can't really react to the roll.
Yeah, it's kind of
Right
like
here,
the Luigi thing.
and then right here, I feel like I should instead of trying to, I think I'm actively trying to hit Mythra. I'm like, when can I wait for her to mess up so I can hit her? But I should probably just like reset neutral and get out of that situation.
I think that kind of makes sense because a lot of the focus of how I was playing was like not to overextend, I think. And so if you were looking for overextensions, they weren't coming as frequently as either you would have liked or you probably would have normally seen out of how we normally play. Let's see, is this gonna be it? It is on a sour spot dare.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. I don't know why that killed.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising. Yeah, I don't know. I think, well, for one, what I really like about this character is Pyra movement, and I think most of the Mythra Pyra players kind of just get stuck playing like 90% Mythra and then switch to Pyra when you're at kill percent, which is, I mean, it works and it's a way to play the character, I guess, but it makes you a little predictable, and I think it could kind of just be, I think there's so much Pyra potential that people just kind of would rather play Mythra for. Like, she's so good at putting on damage and like getting little 2-hit combos that do like 30, and it's crazy. You got to put together like a 4-hit string for Mythra to do 30. But for Pyra, you can just do down throw fair, and boom, somebody's at like 27 or something crazy like that. So, yeah, I think she's surprisingly good at all percents. And what I actually think I favor a little bit more are people who are going to rush me down. So I actually don't mind playing against Squirtle. I kind of like it, and I think like what you were saying, like just wait for me to overextend. That's kind of how I felt about Squirtle when I'm Pyra. Like eventually, I think he's gonna dash attack or rising fair or try to grab me, and if I can be in the right position to punish that, I think Pyra can get a lot off it. I don't know. What do you think?
I think a lot of that was just like stage control
Yeah,
and
that was
ledge trapping. I feel like for stage control, there was a lot of the times where I'd be fine with staying at ledge, but that was kind of what gave up stage control. Also, some of the things that like I remember were you like to jump back on stage a lot from platforms.
Yeah.
And so I kept reading that, but I think I was maybe being a bit too antsy, and that's when I would overextend and kind of drift too far in, and I would actually miss the jump, even though like I would have the right read. You actually would like jump over my back air, and then you'd get a combo by hitting me off stage and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then for ledge trapping on both sides, I think I probably need to do it a bit more instead of going for. I think there's times where you can clearly get an edge guard, and that's when you go for him. But for the kind of more, vague times where you don't know what's gonna happen, I should just stick to ledge trapping.
Surprisingly, I think the ledge trapping in the Wolf game versus the ledge trapping against the Mythra Pyra game are like night and day different. Because, like, even if I whiffed a punish on neutral get up as Mythra Pyra, I think I would stay at a distance from you and try to read the next option. Like, try to get a grab on a roll or full hop fair if you're to see if you're going to full hop back into center stage. Whereas with Wolf, it's just like, alright, you're going to neutral get up, I'm going to down smash and either hit you or get punished for it. And so I think there's a little more nuance in how I was playing Mythra and Pyra at the ledge. Whereas with Wolf, it was just, one of us is going to get hit and let's roll the dice on it.
I think you choose options better with Pyra Mythra.
Yeah,
Like
that's for sure.
Because you would just down tilt or F tilt at ledge. Whereas Wolf, you just would go for like a raw down smash or a grab.
Mm-hmm.
Which are pretty committal.
Yeah. And, yeah, I don't know. I think the part that got me the most about it with Wolf is that, like, I was getting the reads right and getting the punishes wrong, which made me want to go for it more. But then again, that's another reason why I'm kind of, like, shying away from the character these days, is because I think, in general, I play him a little too aggro and a little less observant and patient. Which, by the way, I think this second set was 15 minutes, and the first set was also 15 minutes. So 15 minutes for 4 games in the first set, and 15 minutes for 3 games in the second set. So the second set definitely went by at a much slower pace, at a much more, I guess every interaction I think was weighed a little bit heavier for both sides. Whereas, and maybe that's on my approaching with Wolf, or maybe that's on your patience with trainer, or I don't know. But definitely, it's interesting to think that a Wolf trainer game can go 4 games. A Wolf trainer set can go 4 games and be 15 minutes. Whereas a Myth or Pyra set can go 3 games and also be 15 minutes. Yeah. Any closing thoughts on it?
I think for Ivysaur, be a little less committal. Just kind of do aerials in place. Try to box people out. And then for Squirtle, kind of get the bread and butters down a little bit. There was like, I missed a jab lock. There was a couple times where I did a turnaround fair instead of a raw back air. And also Pyra, I'd figure out what's kind of the best punish for Pyra. She's weird weight.
Yeah. She's definitely a weird weight and a weird... well, she's a different weight from most of the characters that I play, and she's a different style and speed from most of the characters I play. I think I play her very different from any of my other mains or pseudo-secondaries. Like, in terms of Wolf, Fox, they're all pretty fast-paced. I play Sephiroth a little bit, but I think I'm kind of a bad Sephiroth because I just want to rush in with him. So, yeah. I think if I played Sephiroth like how I played Myth or Pyra specifically, he might do a little better. But, yeah. Cool. So that'll about wrap it up for this one. Thanks again, you guys, for tuning in and listening. Peace.